kicks a rock in frustration.
2 seconds later.
I'm telling you, the Fourth Flag War was the absolute worst. Those war crimes were heinous as fuck.
No way, man. The first Loud War was way more brutal. I mean, have you seen the casualty numbers?
You're both wrong. Was definitely the third Loud War that was the most destructive. I mean, they straight up nuked Bikini Bottom.
Nuked? That's nothing. In the Fourth Loud War, they carpet bombed the entire city with napalm. It was like a fucking apocalypse.
Napalm is bad and all, but the first Loud War saw the introduction of I-4. They released all sorts of nastiest plagues that wiped out half the population.
BioWare, please. The third Loud War featured chemical weapons on an unprecedented scale. They gassed entire cities. It was like a goddamn Holocaust.
A Holocaust? Try a fucking genocide. In the Fourth Loud War, they rounded up all the Krabby Patties and put them in concentration camps. It was a culinary abomination.
Concentration camps. At least there weren't first-hit Krabby Patties for every meal like in the first Loud War. Imagine having to choke down that greasy shit day in and day out.
Worst trap of patties. That's nothing compared to the porcelain camps of the third Loud War. They made people build monuments to plankton sink. Oh, it was a travesty.
A travesty. The Fourth Loud War saw the rise of the Krabby Patty resistance, group of terrorist fuckwits who bombed innocent civilians for their cost. It was a nightmare.
The Krabby Patty resistance was bad, but the first Loud War had the Fry Cook Liberation Front, a group of melon line cooks who took the war to the kitchen. They were like a bunch of armed, angry chefs.
Arm cheats, please. The third Loud War featured the rise of the ancient Krabby Patty artifacts, a bunch of cursed relics that drove people insane with their greasy power. It was a fucking disaster.
Cursed relics! The Fourth Loud War saw the invention of the Krabby Patty of Doom, a patty so powerful it could destroy the fabric of reality itself. It was a fucking doomsday device.
The Krabby Patty of Doom. That's nothing compared to the Krabby Patty of Infinite Hunger from the first Loud War. It was like a fucking black hole that devoured everything in its path.
Infinite Hunger, please. The third Loud War had the Krabby Patty of Resurrection. A patty that could bring the dead back to life. It was a fucking abomination.
Abomination! The Fourth Loud War saw the rise of a Krabby Patty overmind, a collective consciousness of Krabby Patties that sought to enslave all of Bikini Bottom. That was a fucking nightmare.
The Krabby Patty Overmind. That's nothing compared to the Krabby Patty Plague from the first Loud War. A disease that turned people into mindless Krabby Patty craving zombies. It was a fucking apocalypse.
Zombies, please. The third Loud War had the Krabby Patty cult, an religious sect that worshipped Krabby Patties as gods. It was a fucking cult.
Cult! The Fourth Loud War saw the invention of the Krabby Patty gun, a weapon that could turn people into living Krabby Patties. It was a fucking abomination.
The Krabby Patty gun. That's nothing compared to the Krabby Patty cannon from the first Loud War, a weapon that could launch Krabby Patties at the speed of light. It was a fucking doomsday device.
Doomsday device, please. The third Loud War had the Krabby Patty Singularity, a black hole of crazy energy that threatened to consume the entire universe. It was a fucking nightmare.
Singularity! The Fourth Loud War saw the rise of the Krabby Patty Emperor, a massive Krabby Patty the size of a planet that sought to conquer the entire multiverse. It was a fucking hellish abomination.
The Krabby Patty Emperor. That's nothing compared to the Krabby Patty God from the first Loud War, a divine being made entirely of Krabby Patties that demanded constant worship. It was a fucking nightmare.
God, please. The third Loud War had the Krabby Patty into God of the pure anti-Krabby Patty energy that sought to destroy all Krabby Patties in existence. Was a looking piranha.
Any god, the fourth Loudware saw the invention of the Krabby Patty Omega Point, or in space-time where all Krabby Patties converge to become one. It was a fucking singularity of greasy doom.
Omega Point. That's nothing compared to the Krabby Patty Alpha Point from the first Loudware, the birthplace of all Krabby Patties. It was a fucking nexus of culinary taste.
Alpha Point, please. The third Loudware had the Krabby Patty Null Point, a point in space-time where Krabby Patties are erased from existence. Was a nullification of all things greasy,
No point! The fourth Loudware saw the rise of the Krabby Patty Paradox, a situation where Krabby Patties both existed and didn't exist at the same time. It was a fucking mindfuck.
Paradox! That's nothing compared to the Krabby Patty loop from the first Loudware. A temporal loop where the same Krabby Patty was created and destroyed over and over again. It was a fucking time loop of terror.
Time loop, please. The third Loudware had the Krabby Patty knot, a knot in the fabric of space-time that could trap people in an infinite loop of Krabby Patty consumption. Or culinary catastrophe. Was our protecting through
Culinary catastrophe. The fourth Loudware saw the invention of the Krabby Patty Bomb, a weapon that could turn anything it touched into a Krabby Patty. It was a fucking greasy genocide.
Krabby Patty Bomb. That's nothing compared to the Krabby Patty Plague Bomb from the first Loudware, a weapon that released a plague that turned people into living Krabby Patties. It was a fucking abomination.
Plague you, Bob, please. The third Loudware had the Krabby Patty nuke, a nuclear weapon powered by the greasy energy of Krabby Patties. Was a fucking imagination.
Nope. The fourth Loudware saw the rise of the Krabby Patty Guarding, a being of pure Krabby Patty energy that sought to enslave all Bikini Bottom. It was a fucking hellish nightmare.
Shocking. That's nothing compared to the Krabby Patty Goddess from the first Loudware, a divine being made entirely of Krabby Patties that demanded constant worship. It was a fucking religious abomination.
Goddess, please. The third Loudware had the Krabby Patty and Goddess, a being, pure to Krabby Patty energy that sought to destroy all Krabby Patties in existence. It was a fucking culinary paradox.
Anti-Goddess, the fourth Loudware saw the invention of the Krabby Patty Omega, a being of pure Krabby Patty energy that could bend reality to its will. It was a fucking greasy god.
Omega. That's nothing.